with assistance.
All right, everybody.
And Jack Callahan.
The 2022 season is here. We're live at Lindenhurst in Lindenhurst, Long Island, New York, on what I believe is maybe one of the best opening days in terms of weather here at Lindenhurst we've seen in a very, very long time. In the background, you can hear the Lindenhurst Fire Department band coming through, and the Lindenhurst Fire Department as the parade has begun.
Lindenhurst Village dignitaries.
We are going to start today's festivities with a little pre-game show on the upcoming season, and we'll mix in some of the parade with that. We'll let the Lindenhurst band, you can hear them coming through. They'll be followed by Central Islip as they're coming down next.
Lindenhurst Fire Department, the Central Islip Fire Department.
Everybody, I'm joined by my colleague, Lenny Gombert from the St. James Wildcats.
Yeah, welcome race fans. We're going to give you a little parade action here. Paul, as you said, what a beautiful day, and Lindenhurst's brass band coming through.
What a Islip band, and it is the home of the Central Islip Hobo.
What a great way to start off the season with an old school parade. I know a lot of the racers don't like it necessarily, but a lot of tradition here in Lindenhurst.
It's really become old school the way that the amount of parades are these days, that you don't see them like you used to. I mean, Lenny, you know, we used to go to the drills and you'd be parading either before or after almost every single drill you went to.
Always.
So if you went to 13 drills, we'd go to 13 drills sometimes, and we'd be parading at least 10 times.
I agree. And, you know, again, a lot of guys don't like it. I happen to like it. It's great. The morning parade, you march through the town of Lindenhurst, wake them up a little bit, maybe drag some fans out here to the drill. A lot of the fire departments, the guys hang around and watch the drill. So always a great day here in Lindenhurst.
Well, you like it because you like to wear that cummerbund a couple times with the Cellar Sabers.
Get away with that and be a state champ. You know, you do what you got to do.
You got to be one somehow.
Fire Department, under the command of Chief Dominic Nuzzi.
No, you bring up that, you know, a lot of people would stay around, and you can remember the days when this place was absolutely mobbed with firemen. Central Islip's band coming through.
You'll hear the music of the Long Beach Seaside Marching Band.
Yeah, Paul, I can remember as a kid back in the 70s.
Fire Department, home of the Yellowbirds.
Fighting for a spot in the bleachers because there were so many fans and firemen from other towns that maybe necessarily didn't race. They were still in their dress uniforms, enjoying a beverage or two and enjoying the races.
And, of course, you had the Gold Room upstairs in the Snail House, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it was filmed. Remember, they had the live film going in.
That was a big deal.
Just going into this. Right. Well, there wasn't a lot of that going on back then.
Central Islip coming through with their vintage sea truck. You remember the year that's?
No, I don't.
Okay, their vintage sea truck rolling through.
I rode on it during a state parade one time.
Yeah, we.
I wanted them to go a little faster, but they wouldn't. There it is.
62. There you go. Thank you, Chris. So CI bringing out their antique. Got another band here coming through. Who is this, Paul?
I believe this is Copeg, right?
Copeg.
The officers and members of the Copeg Fire Department.
Just reading the shirts. Looks like this is the Long Beach Marching Band, Long Beach Seaside Marching Band. Sounding good. Copeg Fire Department out here supporting one of their Town of Babylon fire departments. And we see their junior fire department coming through as well.
Hello. Chris, just so you know, I switched up mics. I'm on the pink handheld. It's just more comfortable.
So sticking with the Town of Babylon theme, North Babylon now coming through.
West Babylon is led today.
Excuse me, West Babylon.
Close.
The junior department is led by Rich Gagnos. They are accompanied by the West Babylon Band.
Great to see these bands still out here. St. James had one back in the day. St. James Saints. Those listening, a lot of great memories. A couple of championships there as well. But, oh, man, you just get goosebumps, Paul. Opening day is opening day. I mean, nothing better than doing it in Lindenhurst. And as you said, the weather just totally agreeing with us.
Yeah, Len, it's crazy because you were stating it before that, a lot of people aren't so happy that you have the parade and everything else is going on. But I think, people put up with this one and they kind of probably enjoy it because you're right. It's opening day. It kind of gets you in the mood. I mean, this has been tradition here since, 1960, 1961?
Yeah, the Lindenhurst doing it a long time, and we're thankful for what they do, the Lindenhurst Fire Department, and, of course, the Snails, putting on this show every year.
1961, the North Belmore Rinky Dinks win the initial invitational here at the Long Island Invitational at Lindenhurst. You go down the list, there's some interesting winners. Glenwood Landing winning in 66.
Nice.
The Green Hordes.
Are we allowed to smoke on the air? On YouTube and Facebook?
I don't care if you burn. I don't even know. Where's the camera? Where are we looking at?
Down at the street. Go ahead. I got Doug Howe, past President Doug Howe here in the truck helping me out. Go ahead, Doug. Switch over. Click the arch camera.
Today led by Chief Kenny Stallone. They are accompanied by the Juan Gorleggi Pipes Band.
There you are. We got you live on the air, guys. Looking like $1.75.
North Lindenhurst last year state champions making their way down the track here.
We still have West Babylon rolling under the arch, but North Lindy is to follow.
And they've invited, it looks like a bagpipe band, right?
So we're talking about back in the day in Lindenhurst tradition. Some of the old timers out there might remember when you had to parade the B truck, Paul.
Yes.
And teams had trouble. St. James being one of them. I'm sure we weren't the only ones where the truck maybe was overheating on the way and had to pull over, and you did everything you could to get the B truck here just to participate.
And they would put the placard on the front of the truck with the team number they were running that day. I remember we used to go around and collect them afterwards. Like, that was going to be worth something. Yeah, we have a nice breeze up here as the wind is now kicking off in Great South Bay, heading north.
Yeah, it's borderline cool, Paul, which I think we're thankful for.
Didn't start like that, but you're right. It's kicking in a little bit.
And it looks like the people's favorite, Billy Cornell's going to join us pretty soon.
Nice.
He's getting set up. So all you Nassau County folks who love your Billy, he's going to be joining us shortly.
To make a little turn towards the drill, I know North Lindy's been working all week to get their C truck out here. They blew a brand new motor, a refurbed motor, and they had to put one in. They finally got it in, I think, Thursday night, Friday morning. So their initial run in C ladder is going to be their initial run in C ladder here today. And I know they're not the only team that's been struggling with trucks, right? Bayshaw's got a B truck here. Maybe when Billy gets in here, we can talk a little bit about the drill and how some teams have been a little compromised this spring coming into the summer.
Yeah, it's not unheard of here at the first drill of the year, depending on the team that you are. And I mean, the weather hasn't been conducive to practicing all that much, but hopefully these teams are ready for today and we get to see a good show. North Lindenhurst out with quite a bit of their apparatus.
Next, we have the Oyster Bay Fire Department, today led by Chief Stephen O'Neill. Oyster Bay, home of the Teddy's Boys.
Teddy's Boys right behind the town of Babylon. They must have been owed a favor or something, Paul.
Yeah,
they know somebody around Lindy.
I was about to say.
I think if he was Chief Stephen O'Neill, his brother would still be on the team.
Yeah.
So that's Billy Cornell joining us. Good morning, Billy.
Hey, good morning, everybody. What a great day here at Lindenhurst. I got to tell you. When we were kids, it always seemed like it rained and it was lousy. This weather has been perfect here the last few seasons we've been out here.
It's because it always rained and it was lousy.
I know. Oh, this
didn't seem like that.
This is just great.
But this, I was saying in the opening that this might be one of the best, or at least top 5 days ever for opening day in terms of weather.
Fire Department.
And if you go down below there, we got a little breeze up here, but it's perfect down below. Maybe even a little warm down there.
If you add a little sand over by the bleachers, you'd feel like you were at the beach.
Woohoo!
Little ocean breeze coming in.
Yeah. Come on down here, people. Great seats available. At the War Memorial.
Oyster Bay going by right now with a total of 8 men in line and a couple of vehicles. So
there we go.
They got enough in line and they got enough to race today.
They met the
That's all that
requirement
matters.
without Minnie having to go out there.
He might be driving. I don't know.
He just turned 80, right?
Did he? Oh,
Joe
my
Minicosi
goodness.
Sr., I saw on the group
yeah.
that he just turned 80.
And still dressed up as Uncle Sam for the Memorial Day Parade with the stilts and everything.
Yeah,
and,
I don't know how he does it.
Good-looking guy in that there.
What do you think, Billy? He's like the pride of Nassau County, right?
Oh, he could be. Teddy's boys enjoyed a nice season last year, finishing
Farmingville Fire Department.
second overall in county points.
Led by Chief Dominic Russo.
Yeah. So Billy, we're trying to
They
filter
are
in
accompanied by the New Wave Band.
a little bit of racing talk. So your home team, Westbury, combining now with New Hyde Park. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, they asked us about it back in the fall after the season. We talked about it over the winter, and after a couple of meetings, it went very well. It was very smooth. They, they only have a few guys out there, 3 or 4 guys, but we got Mike Athenas now. Devin came over, Devin Robertson. Cooch, the commissioner, and a couple other fellas, and then practice is going well. It's a big difference when you have a Mike Athenas come in. I mean, boy oh boy, that's a.
Well, no disrespect to Merck. He's a heck of a driver. But Mike Athenas is, right at the top of solid drivers. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
especially in ladders.
You could equate that to like the NHL. We could talk about the Rangers if you want. The NHL, where you see Igor Shesterkin, he's just above and beyond. Now he would be like the Mike Athenas, where Merck is, playing for whoever, the Vancouver Canucks. They're all
You just insulted Mike Athenas. You just insulted him.
No.
We're not.
Igor, oh, please, Igor's the
We
man.
are not here to talk about the Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
Billy and I were both hoping for a loss last night, so we didn't have to hear this, right, Bill?
Let me tell you what.
He's going to get me in trouble with this whole thing.
Let me tell you what.
I'm trying to walk the line here between this thing.
It's hard to talk bad about them, Paul. They do look good.
They look great.
As an Islander fan, it's hard to say it, but they do look
You know
real
what?
good.
They're doing all the things right. They're playing hard.
Dynamite.
They got a lot of grit. They're doing it right now. But at any moment, as a Ranger fan, that just disappears.
And coming through the arch right now, you can see these guys here, the Farmingville Bandits. They tell you that second half of the season last year, they looked as good as anyone on the track.
Yeah, they've had a couple of solid years, and if they've got everybody back, they're going to be a team to contend today.
I got to tell you, they just really went off. Labor Day last year, they great drove Hagerman. They came to Nassau, almost pulled that one out too. I mean, it was.
Look at the state drill. I mean, when you run the second half of the state drill like they ran it, I mean, that's got to give you excitement. Never mind the next week upcoming, but for the next year.
Oh, sure.
You got to be really excited. But now, what does it take for a team like Farmingville to make the next step? What's that thing that has to push them forward to get to the next level? Because they got to go one more level.
I think number one is getting everybody back, and just
By the Brewers Marching Band.
doing your homework.
West Iceland, home of the Raiders.
Doing the little things. I mean, we point out stuff in our broadcast, Paul and Billy, and we've heard from teams that say, hey, we watched the film, we listened to you guys, we picked up a pointer here or there. We don't know everything, but it's putting a little polish on what they do to take that next step to get to that next level.
Yeah, I tell you, after that state drill, they came, they took the week off. But they came back to Labor Day with a vengeance, and I'll tell you, Eddie was driving that truck like I've never seen him before. And they hooking the hydrant up, they were blasting the target. Clymer was getting on. They were finishing the runs that they weren't finishing earlier in the season, and that's really the thing I think there, Paulie. Just if they complete their runs, they'll be there at the end, top 3 every day, I think.
Well, I think that goes along with anybody, especially opening day. If you can complete runs today, you have a great chance of scoring in any contest if you complete a clean run. But to take it to Farmingville, when they complete a clean run, it's just that much better.
Well, they, as we know, they don't play for second place.
And I like that. That's something I can appreciate. Here's the West Islip Brewers.
Look at these guys, the Brewer band here. Been doing it for years, and they sound great, looking good. Got that glockenspiel going. I believe I've seen you once or twice one of those, Paulie.
Nope.
Oh, you were the drummer.
Yeah.
Looking sharp here.
West Islip racing today? Are they running today, West Islip?
They're on the program. I haven't got over to the corner yet, but I believe they are.
I don't know how much practice they've actually had. I think they might have switched up drivers.
I've heard some rumors. West Islip Juniors now passing under the arch. And we have a little gap. I'm going to assume that's the next division.
I believe opening day for the juniors tomorrow, right?
It is. It is. Come on out tomorrow here in Lindenhurst.
Wow, that's
the 12 o'clock start, I believe. The juniors will be doing their thing.
That's a big bunch of juniors this West Islip department has here. Look at these guys looking good. And girls. Guys and girls.
The second division marshal is James Richter. His aides are Marissa Pagari and Stephanie Pagari. Welcome our division marshal, James Richter.
So as far as the drill guys, we're expecting the regulars, I'll say. Your North Lindy's, your Islip, your West Sayville, your CI, Nassau County, Billy. Who are we looking at this year?
We got North Berwick coming today. North Belmore be here. Westbury. West Hempstead's here. Oyster Bay. Not going to see the Port Washington Manhasset combination just yet. They're working on it.
All right. I didn't know they combined. That's good. A lot of talent there.
Great Neck's in there with them on that little tri-venture going on up there in the 8th Battalion.
Now, we just saw the Fab 14 come out the other day. And maybe at some point we could take a run down the list and give a little rundown on the Fab.
Oh, the Fab. Oh.
North Lindy.
I thought you said Fat Boy team. What's Fat Boy team? Oh, the Fab 14.
Fab 14.
Now we'd be at the top of that, right, Billy? Me, you,
Guys,
Paul, we're number
Paul.
one.
Can actually fit into an XL now.
He still thinks he's skinny, Billy. Look at him. He still thinks he's skinny.
Paul, he looks...
I'm the third man on this team.
All right, that ain't saying much.
I'm
That's like being the smartest kid on a short bus.
Paulie good to see Paulie out here this week.
By the Wine Dance Indian Marching Band.
Yeah, he had a bit of a trying winter here, Paulie. He actually had to bow out of Manfest. It was, things are serious if you don't see Paulie throwing a keg at Manfest.
That's right.
He looks great today. Good to see Paulie out here, and he looks like he might have lost 10 or 15 pounds.
Oh, yeah. Not the way to do it.
Not on purpose.
Not the way to do it.
That's the only way you're going to do it.
It's good to see you out, Paul. We heard you had some struggles this winter, and it's good to see you out.
Thank you. It's something when you don't drink for 5 months. It's amazing what happens. The only keg I could have thrown would have been O'Doul's.
The only way I'm doing that is if I'm in a coffin.
Here comes Wyandanch Fire Department passing under us. They're looking proud. Leader of the band wearing the full headdress. Loving it. Absolutely loving it.
Wyandanch, a classic band, few-time state champion.
Oh, yeah, these guys get it done.
Looks like Wyandanch has their auxiliary out as well.
My new job, we're working right next to...
Home of the 40 Thieves.
You look at Patchogue last year. Patchogue had a pretty good year for the year that they came back last year. I'm sure they're looking to improve on that.
They sure did. I tell you, they started the year off running buckets very well, and that improved every tournament, and as did most of the other contests for them.
You know, we talked about them all last year. You're right, Billy. They seem to improve every week in the bucket brigade, but I'm sure they're looking to do more than just one race this year. I'll bet they put some polish on a few more races, and it'll be fun to watch this year.
I thought BO's got a little bit better for them at the end of the season. They broke into the 8s there, so it was good to see. Lots of progress, lots of work going on. Good contingent there from the 40 Thieves. I'll shoot over there after the parade and get a couple of stories out of them, I'm sure.
We got another gap leading into the next team coming down. So the Fab 14, North Lindy, secured their spot as number one coming into the season, as probably should be.
As they should.
Defending state champs.
I mean, kind of two-time defending state champs. We had our COVID year where we didn't have a champ, but they went, 19 and 21, so you got to put them at the top.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you have them and the other guys, they won the county point total, so it was a good battle last year between them and the Wolves. So.
I don't expect anything different this year than we saw last year with the 1-2 on the Fab this year, Islip and North Lindenhurst. You know, you would think that maybe Islip has that little thing in there in the back of them saying, hey, we got to get this done. Now's our time.
Close.
Well, this is their year. I mean, they're gonna dedicate the year to Jeffy, I'm sure, and I'm sure that's gonna be a motivating factor. That they don't need any motivation as it is, but that's all you need. Nick Patch stepping up and doing the job for him over there. He's got to step in and try to break for Matt Rodden, the target smasher, and he's also filling in as the efficiency hydrant man as well. I'm checking that out.
You know, a team I want to watch this year, and they had a little bit of a drop off last year, is Hagerman. Hagerman, a couple of years ago, really looking strong in a lot of different races. Didn't quite have the year they wanted last year. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if did they get any other guys from the juniors and stuff like that, because they always have a great junior program, you know, which is sometimes a great feeder program for the senior drill team. But you're right, Lenny. I mean, they have all the talent, right? They got the equipment, and it's really going to just
some good coaching over there too.
You got to just lay it back out on the track, and I'm expecting bigger things from them this year as well.
Yeah, I was looking at the roster. They changed a couple things around in there on the team. A couple spots here and there. They nothing. No one really knew, but they just moved some guys around a little.
We have the Brentwood Fire Department.
I give credit to those athletes that can do that. I mean,
Chief Edward Kelly.
I was.
They are accompanied by the Wanderers Marching Band.
I was filled in several.
Brentwood Fire Department, home of the Tiger.
I was filled in several spots in ladders when I was young, and it was serviceable. We weren't a very good ladder team, but I was more of a specialist of a nozzle man. Paul, you same thing, specialist as a hydrant man. But these guys that can shuffle around and do these different jobs and do them well, it's impressive. I don't ever remember you trying to pick up the nozzle or brake or anything like that.
I broke. I was a breaker before I was a slack man, before I was a hydrant man.
Well, there's a reason they took you out of braking.
Yeah, I was a good hydrant man.
It's back before Watergate.
Billy, you were like a utility guy, right? You bounced around different
yeah.
positions.
Oh, you bounced all right.
I've done it all, yeah. Well, yeah, just to talk about Hagerman, they got Robert Tascio driving the C truck this year. That's a change right there. So that opens up the C ladder throwing spot, you know.
The Brentwood Fire Department.
So Johnny on the flap has to throw for C ladder because Johnny Robert Tascio is gonna be driving. So.
You know, I think that's a move that he can definitely make, and overall, I think that's a move that's going to help them. You know, it's going to take some time to get used to, as anything is. You know, you throw a new driver in there, you got some new guys running positions on the back. It doesn't come together overnight.
Brentwood, home of the
Brentwood Wanderers band going underneath us right now and sounding real good.
Multi-state championships for these guys.
Today led by Chief Arthur White.
Yeah, you talk about putting a new guy in the seat.
Belmore is the home of the Ricky team.
Putting a new guy in the seat. Back in the day, it was a big deal. Nowadays, these trucks are a little more forgiving, I guess. I mean, to me, the first guy I ever saw get in the seat and do it well right away was Mole over there in Bayshore. The work he did and did it really quick. We saw Mike Mara recently doing it.
I thought Mike Welton did a pretty good job.
Mike Welton making that
transition perfectly.
Stan Divers.
Oh, Stan,
okay, so it's not that hard.
Well, back in the day, I think it was harder. But these trucks now, I guess, perform and
Belmore Fire Department.
I'm not going to say easier, but the transition seems to be able to be made quicker.
Here's your county, Nassau County point champs for last year, the Rinky Dinks.
That was a great season ender right there at Labor Day at Hempstead, too.
Oh, yeah, a little drama, a little controversy.
Yeah.
Came right down to buckets. That was a good way to end the season.
Great way. That's what you like to see, you know. Even when the state drill's over, everybody's looking at county points and who's going to win each contest and who's going to win the overall championship.
And there's Pat Cloudman.
And in both counties, it really came down to the end.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Steven Giuliano, the ladies auxiliary, is being led by Eleanor Hagan.
I mean, even after the
junior fire department is led by Tiara Lee.
Even after the state tournament's over and it wasn't all decided, and it really came down to that Labor Day weekend. There was a lot of good racing going on. I mean, the point battle between North Lindenhurst and the Wolves, and then on Labor Day, you know, the Dinks had the big lead on the Teddy's boys, but they ate right into it all day long, and it came right down to efficiency, pumping buckets, and good end to the season.
Hey, a little wrinkle that you were talking about the big ending at the state drill last year between Islip and North Lindenhurst. So a little wrinkle that's been added to the lineups this year is that when they picked the lineups, last year's teams that were up in county points are now all in the back of the drill, picked randomly, but in the second half of the scorecard to try to make the battle maybe a little bit more interesting. So, for example, today, this only happens when there's more than 20 teams entered. So we had more than 20 pre-entered here at the Lindenhurst drill, and basically the top 5 from each area that are racing today are entered at the bottom of the scorecard. So could make the end of the day today and other large drills really interesting.
Yeah, it's something that's new, Paul. I mean, it's been met with some resistance from some teams. We'll see how it works this year. I mean, I think it's going to be more exciting for those watching and listening. For the teams on the track, maybe not as much.
Well,
Third Division Marshal is ex-captain Mike DeCino, and his aides are ex-captain Greg Nicolopoulos and Jeremy Stanton.
Nicolopoulos.
Spell that one.
Division Marshal.
That's Greek, right?
It's got to be.
I hope so.
No, so just
It rhyme with octopus.
No,
So,
but
it has to be.
So just thinking about that, though, if you're one of those teams that's trying to get better, you get to run up front, but now you get to sit back and actually watch all the good teams at once. You can pick up some stuff from them.
I agree.
That's a good learning point for your other teams. That you get done early now. Now you're not like tucked in between Islip and North Lindenhurst, and you're running with 4 teams to go.
Yeah, go watch.
So you're going to miss out on some good learning points. And not only that, but you get to drink a whole lot more beer when you're up front.
When you end early.
When you finish buckets first, yes, your day is over early.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that, though. You got to drink inside the tent.
Oh, yeah.
Because you never know when you get a rerun. But
a little PBB.
But also, what
like Mike Geddes.
Exactly.
Next we have the Babylon Fire Department.
This is not for the entire year. Halfway through the year, we're going to set up a new top teams, and after the county drill, they're going to be in the back. So
That's when okay.
So, Paul, that's going to be adjusted by the points they've earned this year,
right?
And what teams seem to be on the top end, and they're going to move them to the
right.
end.
For example, Westbury right now was not in the top 4. I think it is from Nassau County.
Top 40.
Last year, but by after the county drill this year, if they are in the top 4 in county points, then Westbury would drop to the back of the pack and somebody else would move up to the front. So you still have a chance to improve. It's something to shoot for, little goals, You got to set little goals before you get to the big one.
Casey Kasem would have taken us.
Top 40.
From around America.
We have a long-distance dedication here to the Babylon Fire Department. Look at these guys.
To the viewing party down in
Taking away
Florida.
the drums down here.
The Babylon Fire Department.
I haven't heard the Schaefer jingle in years from these guys. When I was a kid, that was like a staple. They always heard the Schaefer
Yeah,
jingle.
Big Shaw played it.
The Longest Day was on, some of those old war movies. They turn it over to a march for this,
Up on the barrel, rookie.
That's it,
Hey,
rookie.
had to sing the song.
And now this very track here, the turtle tradition is that you, after the tournament is said and done, you go down to the duck pond down here and you sing the Schaefer jingle. If you fail at it, into the water you must go. And that water is not clean.
No, it's not. It's full of ducks.
My brother, as a matter of fact, thought he'd be cool, so he dove in,
The Westbury Fire Department.
not realizing it was only
Today, under the command of Lieutenant Larry Tolman.
I'm sure the bottom was soft.
not realizing it was only 2 feet deep. So he went right through all that stuff on the bottom, right down to the concrete, and tore his chest up. He's got some great pictures. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
to be 21 again,
I'm sure he loved it.
So Babylon coming through. Westbury is next. Billy, again, talk about the merger a little bit. Whose trucks are you using today?
Well, we're going to use 6 C trucks and 4 B rigs. We're using Westbury's
That's
trucks
just it
today.
matters.
What are you doing?
We're just running Westbury's B and C truck today. A few of the New Hyde Park guys that we have, they couldn't make it today, but you can see a couple guys down there in some blue shirts. We got Devin Robertson coming in. And
Now, you guys aren't running C ladder today. Oh, you're running any
we're running
ladder?
everything.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Ron, that's the thing is the ladder fits on our C truck, doesn't fit on their C truck, and trying to make it work. Mike Athena's there driving the New Hyde Park van behind us.
Let's hope they're racing better than they're marching, folks, because not a lot of effort down there.
I got to tell you, the practice has been good, and it's it was put forth in some of the meetings. Hey, if
Fire Department.
you're the man, best man up. That's how you really have to do it.
So Mike from New Hyde Park is driving the Westbury trucks. That's what you're telling us?
Yeah,
Wow.
and, both ladders and C-hose, and we'll see Merck driving B-hose.
Merck driving B-hose. Okay.
And then, Mike,
so Mike adjusted well to the new trucks. I mean, he's been in his termite rig for all these years. So
It's something, you have a guy like Mike Athena's been doing this for I don't even know how long he's. I don't even mention his age, so I might take him off this.
Old.
But just when he gets behind the wheel, he takes our trucks out, 3 or 4 shots. All right, here's what I need to do with this.
But the C truck, the C truck for him should be pretty similar. I mean, it's
a little
basically
different,
the same.
But the B truck is a little different than theirs. I keep figuring out on the pedal. He says if you go too far with it, it's get too much power. I like it better here,
Right.
so it won't slide. I mean, just little things that you pick up
Fire Department.
that maybe you weren't doing, you know.
First
Right.
Assistant Chief Ryan Sharpsworth. They're accompanied by the Ancient Order of Hibernians Pipe Band. East Islip,
All right.
home of the Guzzler.
So you hear East Islip being announced, and we saw some spurts last year from them, Paul. I mean, they got a really talented climber. They got a decent surrounding cast.
Yeah.
Are they going to be a little better this year? Are they going to put their heads up there with the big boys?
They're going to struggle in the beginning because Benny the Jet Deck Climber is out till
I was not
at
aware of
least
that.
the end of July. So I don't even believe they're going to run ladders till then.
Okay.
Oh,
He's in an academy.
Yep.
So he's taking the time to get that done first.
That's tough when you lose a climber like that. I
Yeah.
mean, he's dynamite.
You would think the way
And he's an
he-
8-event man. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
that's,
but the way he's progressed, like this was going to be the turning point year, right? You saw this little sparkle here, the little sparkle there, and it takes that before you just get the whole thing under control. And this was probably going to be, and I'm not saying it's not going to be when he comes back.
To get on a consistent basis,
Yeah.
exactly, right. You see spurts, you want to see consistency.
So I don't think they're going to run ladders today or in the first few drills, which we all know is really difficult. I mean, when you come to these drills and you're not running some of those contests, it really takes a lot to stick around and then do really well in the other contests.
Yeah, you're preaching to the choir over here.
I think when Sandbag tackled him in efficiency last year, it kind of scared him a little.
Yeah. I didn't want to say that was the reason, but
All right, here we go. The Guzzler's coming through. That's some recent history down there with these guys. We got Chucky on the hydrant today?
yeah.
All right. Always good to see him on the hydrant. Tommy Driver, Jay Skidmore down there.
Be interesting to see Tommy's helmet today. Driving the
Oh,
C-Rig.
that's another thing we haven't
so-
talked about.
The helmet thing.
So a new rule. And
you read the rule?
Paul, we'll let you talk about it being on the rules committee. Go ahead.
Well, they after what happened with North Merrick. Oh, jeez.
A new rule. New
Yeah,
rule.
wouldn't go like that. I mean, could have any driver.
What they did was they mandated that the drivers in the C truck must wear a full racing helmet. And, there's a lot of drivers that have driven for a very long time. You could think about Tommy Driver, Tommy Weckerly. You can go down the list. Mike Athenas. And now they're putting on this racing helmet. And most of them, I haven't heard anything negative. They've adjusted really well.
I heard that the big thing is you can't hear so well because obviously it's wrapped around your head.
Right. And now, again, prior to this year, it was eye protection, right? It was just goggles were mandatory.
Right.
So now they need the full helmet and a face shield,
And a face
which the
shield.
face shield is a separate entity to itself.
Yeah, there was a big discussion about the face shield.
How is that such a discussion? When you read the rule, it's right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I get you don't like it or.
Billy, I think the rule is written as such, and there were maybe side discussions that didn't include it the way the rule was written and approved.
Sometimes,
Because some guy, I mean, when you have a guy that's driven for, and let's use Harry Penny. So I can never see Harry Penny in a full helmet, but after you've driven for 30 years and you're on the line, and let's say you forget to put down the face shield, should you be thrown out for that?
Well, there's been discussion. I've been at some of the officials' meetings, and the officials will give a courtesy reminder. Nobody wants to see anybody get thrown out, and it's a safety issue. So when it's safety, the officials do have the authority to give them a little help.
That was one of the discussions. Should we be throwing guys out that have never driven with this before? It's day one. You're not going to let them get away with it 5 times like they didn't wear it all year. But if by chance, what are we doing in that situation?
When
That's not fair.
When they're checking you at the line, they're making sure you're there. The man is starting luncheon. It's how easy just to take a look.
That's what we came down to.
Today, under the command of Second Assistant Chief Charlie Macchio.
But there were
I don't think
definitely
we have a problem with these drivers anyway. They're going to do what they have to do.
Marching band.
there were still drivers that were hesitant. They'll say,
Fire Department. Home of the world.
I'll wear the helmet, but I want to wear my goggles or my glasses. So, the rule is written that you must have the face shield and it must be down. And that's the way the rule is written. If they want to change it after this year, that's something that's open for discussion. But right now, that's the rule.
I think we've all been in those situations where something in our life changes a little bit, and at first you're a little hesitant, and then once you start doing it, it's like
You get better at it.
I think all 3 of us raced without helmets early on in our careers, and then they said you got to wear a helmet, and we're, well, I got to wear a helmet, as my head's going to be heavier, and blah, blah. And once you wear it for a month or two, you don't even know it's there.
Yeah, but we had the hockey helmets, which were light, and then when switching to these DOT helmets, that was a big difference.
I agree with
Those
that.
were a lot heavier.
That was a bigger difference than going from no helmet to hockey helmet.
Right.
Going from the hockey helmet to the DOT helmet was a way bigger difference. And I never had a problem with the weight of the helmet. It was that my flowing locks. I love the fact that my locks would flow down the track.
Well, you don't have that issue anymore, that's for sure.
That's right.
Here's the county point champs here, the Islip Wolf Fire Department. And their band.
It's always good to bring a lot of vehicles because you have less guys in March. You put 4 guys in March.
Everybody in the car.
12 guys in the vehicles.
And you save their legs.
Exactly. Islip's going to have something to say about this season. I really feel like they have a little chip on their shoulder. It's been a couple years. Maybe they think they should have won. And
today under the command of Chief Jeff Hogsdown. There was the Junior Fire Department, today led by First Lieutenant Brooklyn Newby. They're accompanied by the Long Beach Seaside Band.
Long Beach.
Home of the Flying Dutchman.
Looks like Long Beach band marching for the second time. Hats off to Long Beach coming through for the second time.
Siemens Marching Band, we had them for years.
They're earning their bucks
final
today.
Countdown here today.
yeah, that's
Little
not fun.
Europe coming out of their horns.
They're not doing that out of the kindness of their hearts. They're getting paid for both of these little
They're
runs.
making some Boku bucks today.
Hey, they didn't make any money the last few years, that's for sure. Ryan Penny.
It's the Long Beach Seaside Marching Band for the second time and still sounding good.
Sounding good.
And
They used to march for us at the Farmingdale, the Columbus Day Parade, and coming down between the buildings, it would echo, and it was awesome. I mean, what a great fun parade. Here's West Sable Flying Dutchman right here, looking to rebound from a year that wasn't quite theirs. They want to get back into that shouting distance of the title.
With a couple races left, West Sable Flying Dutchman were in it to win it at the state drill. They just hung around all day long, and at the end it didn't work out in their favor. And I know they were worried about maybe some turnover over the winter, but it turns out, no, it looks like they've stayed pretty static. And they're going to be back here today shooting for it.
And the West Sable Juniors here as well. They were in it to the end last year, Paul, in the juniors competition. Had a real shot going into the last race to win it all. So I'm sure West Sable will be here tomorrow for the juniors drill, 12 o'clock in Lindenhurst. Come on out and support the future of our
West
fire
Sable
departments.
changed up a couple of personnel this year. You'll see a couple of different faces, some different spots on that team. We'll talk about that when the tournament comes up. We don't want to spoil it for you there.
How about West Hempstead this year? I think West Hempstead's going to show improvement from last year. I mean, I thought they were decent last year, but it maybe wasn't the classic West Hempstead year they wanted to have, but I think they're going to be improved.
Just talking to Kenny Brome right before this year, before I come over to see you guys. They're healthy. Everyone's back. They actually picked up a whole bunch of new members in the fire department, so they're trying to transfer a couple of them over to the racing side. But, I think they're on a good path here. Kenny says expect good things from the West Hempstead Westerners this year.
And hats off to West Hempstead. I understand their membership numbers aren't all that high.
They're getting there.
To remain competitive with a limited draw of people, hats off to the West Hempstead Westerners.
Guys, just so you know, we are actually running the comments in our various platforms over the top on the broadcast today. Dolores checking in from Facebook says, just show parade, no talking. So you guys are doing great. Keep it up.
Sorry, Dolores.
Put us on mute, Dolores.
Yeah. Turn the volume down, Dolores.
Bovary?
Rhymes with a female body part. That was the Seinfeld episode, right?
Yes, thank you. Yes. Anyway, we also have up on the screen our Venmo tip jar. We're only going to have that up for today and for the state drill. NYSFD drill teams on Venmo. If you want to throw a few bucks towards us because you like our new camera setup, please do. But I just wanted to explain what was going on there. Lindenhurst State Drill, the only day you'll see the tip jars. So if you get a chance, throw us $1 or $2.
All right. Let us know if Dolores donates, and then we'll shut up for a little while.
Sorry, Dolores. Sorry.
Because Bayshow's marching band in their brand new Hawaiian shirts.
Wow, that's bright. That's a shirt I need, Paul. You know that goes right into my wardrobe.
Yeah, it does.
Who's this? Is your Bay Shore here?
Yeah.
Did they contact you about making a return? I heard they're short some members this year.
Oh, I was in the hospital.
Skippy's not there anymore?
Fire department.
He's going to wave his bedpan. That's about it.
That's about it.
I can hit that.
Is that Chris Coward leading them? Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Little St. James transplant. Leading the way for the St. James, the Bayshore Fire Department Band.
I love those shirts. Those are dynamite.
I mean, you pretty much had it right the first
They're
time.
always colorful, Bayshore. Always sounding good. Bayshore with a nice contingent, as they always are, of juniors. Also, the junior state champions from last year. How many years is it now, Paul? How many?
I have no idea.
You run out.
It's
21, 22,
Well,
something
no,
like
I
that.
think it's not 20.
It's
Is
up
it
there.
22?
It might be.
Holy cow.
It's way up there. But they look like they're ready to defend their title right now. I'll tell you that.
I was in number 1.
We got
What's happened since then, I don't know.
Juniors open tomorrow here, right? Morning, 10 o'clock, I think, for the
You
junior
remember
title?
our first?
it's noon.
You remember our first state championship? Don't you,
Yeah, it
Lenny?
was right after I got off the team in St. James that you guys were able to finally win something.
Oh no!
Stand down.
Why does it always, go back to the junior state title? Because
That's all he's got.
I know.
That's all he's got.
I mean, we got to start talking about the parade for Dolores. We do have a parade state champion over there.
You know, the Islanders won in the early 80s, too.
yeah.
Well, Billy, I know we're not talking about any championships for you, so.
No. Keg stand.
He's got the hopes though.
Party champs it's not a real title, Bill.
I won the beef stew competition at Manfest this year. I can't even claim that because I just turned in the Irish coffee house's stew,
Fire department.
So
That's the way to do it. Nobody knew.
and it was delicious. I'm not gonna lie to you.
here come
One. That was first place
Yeah,
from the Irish Coffee Pub.
we brought it up there after the week.
Get out of here.
Hagerman Fire Department coming through. The gamblers are
20
here.
entries. 20 entries, and we
A friend of mine is the owner, Niall Kelly.
wow.
I'm gonna have to tell him. I gotta tell him that his beef stew. Is that what it was? Won a Manfell's Gold medal.
Beef stew over mashed potatoes with mushroom gravy. Oh my gosh, it was
That's
awesome.
great.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
That's a shock.
Getting that barbecue smell up here,
That I'll take. We need to smoke up here.
It's good to see.
Besides Lenny.
It's good to see some teams parked all over the track here. We got a nice turnout here today at Lindenhurst.
Yeah, so here comes Selden Fire Department, home of the Slowpokes.
I didn't see their trucks. Are they running today?
Yeah.
I believe they are running today. I know they've been out. I actually made it out to one of their practices in Ridge, and they're locked in. They got a little help from their junior program. Their juniors looked a lot better last year. I believe they went top 5 in the state last year.
And they're B truck only. They're no C truck. They just,
Yeah, there's a
just
lot
got it
of
back.
that,
They
you
haven't
know.
haven't really run it yet, so no need to push it.
Who's after Selden?
Line.
I don't know. I think Chris Perry will let us know shortly.
Yeah, maybe. They're coming down the left side of the track. They're following
Well,
the
they-
vehicles.
They didn't get the memo.
No. You know what I miss, guys? I miss Mark Santoli because not only was he a great host here in Lindenhurst and put this parade together and helped us out all the time with this drill, but I think he was a big part of having the John Philip Sousa music before the parade, right? You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Showing up here and listening to John Philip Sousa music?
Lenny, it was on when we did pull up here.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
It was on. They
Okay.
did turn it off.
So Lindenhurst did continue that tradition. Great.
Albertson.
Accompanied with Superintendent of Lindenhurst Schools, Dan Giordano. We'd like to welcome him.
Got Albertson here. I think they're still merged.
Home of the slow poles.
Are they running just the leg events today, Billy? Do you know?
I haven't got a chance to talk to them, but I know last year they were with Roslyn, and we on Roslyn talk about Bob Larson passed away, which was
Yeah, we're going to talk about that
very
later
sad
today.
thing. Talk about that later on, but prayers for Rob, Well, we're getting down to the last couple. This could be it.
Yeah, no, Big Show was towards the back. I think this is
North
it,
Memphis
right?
here, they're
Yeah, we
post Yeah, the list.
these are the post entries.
Yep.
Yeah, we see the Lindenhurst van here. Probably has the officials in it.
AJ Vicario give me the wave there. Looking
So-
good down there.
The North Merritt Fire Department, led by Captain Anthony Vaccaro.
We're looking at a 12 noon start at this point.
That's what we were hoping for. And it looks 12 noon ought to be good.
All right, Chris, that's going to button up the parade. Do you want to do a little promotion down there?
Yeah, well, I got to say, the one thing that I feel like we don't do correctly for a fire department parade is something at the very end, right? Like Santa Claus coming down. So I'm thinking maybe we get Paulie in a junior cart carried by Billy like a rickshaw, and he can wave to the crowd as the parade concludes. It'll be the sign to everyone that the parade is now finished. What do you guys think?
I'm down with that. I'm down with that.
See how it goes.
No problem.
I need like the head thing like Caesar.
Well, you have
Yeah,
to
no, naturally, yes. I was thinking more Egyptian, but we could go Roman. That's fine.
So we talking like Farmingdale
much more
coolies?
Roman than
Are we talking like the coolies?
Yeah.
I'll do that for the tournament after the parade after the tournament, not the other way around.
The parade to the cooler. He's
Yeah.
got it. He's all over it.
You guys are usually the ones finishing that parade. All right, yeah, we can run a few commercials. We take a little break again, like the fellas mentioned. About 45 minutes from now, we will start up with the drill itself. We have a little bit of ceremony before that, so we'll come on back in about a half an hour or so. We'll run some commercials in the meantime. You guys good with that?
Yeah, we're good.
Thank you guys, great job. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you guys in about a half an hour.
All right.
We go back now.
Since 1886, New York State Fire Department drill. Since 1886, New York State Fire Department Drill Team Competition has helped generations of volunteer firefighters develop teamwork, pride, and efficiency, and our sport is ready now to grow stronger than ever. Fans, we need your help to get the word out and continue to grow our audience. Whether you want to watch the drill live or get your drill team fix during the week, head to NYSFD Drill Teams on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, and hit those like, follow, join, and subscribe buttons. Thank you, fans, for your passion and your dedication to New York State Fire Department drill teams. Fire Rescue Systems has been in the fire industry for over 20 years and is proud to show their support for New York State Fire Department drill teams. Serving the NY area with a complete software solution for emergency service entities, FRS software is efficient and easy to use, making it ideal for emergency situations. With a wide array of fine-tuned and tested modules, FRS provides a modular-based system to fit every department's needs, regardless of size. For more information, please visit www.firerescuesystems.com or call 631-234-1304. Integrated Wireless Technologies is proud to be the exclusive Motorola dealer for New York State Fire Department drill teams. IWT offers the full line of Motorola products to fire departments, as well as David Clark headsets and sound-off signal emergency lights. IWT is your one-stop shop for custom-engineered radio solutions, licensing assistance, dispatch solutions, and top-notch reliable service with fully insured technicians. Start off your next radio upgrade with IWT. Check out their website at www.goiwt.com. The Bill Fox Company has been in business for over 65 years, specializing in custom championship rings, watches, badges, pins, and awards. The Bill Fox Company has crafted championship rings for past state champions, including the Westerners, Flying Dutchmen, Hobos, Wolves, and Yellow Hornets, as well as the Firefighter Combat Challenge competition. Bill Fox Company is the recognized name in recognizing people. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and on the web at www.billfoxco.com. Since 1973, Fire News has been a proud supporter of the time-honored tradition of New York State drill team racing. As they approach 50 years covering the fire service throughout New York and beyond, Fire News is honored to continue as the official publication and online coverage of the New York State drill teams. Look for ongoing coverage in Fire News on firenews.com and on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
The Titan Group is the trusted name in apparel customization industry as a one-stop shop for all your drill team and department needs. As always, we offer all our in-house services, screen printing, embroidery, sublimation, and graphic design. Take advantage of our custom online ordering system. Simply choose your products, choose your logos, and have your members pay online. All your orders are separated upon delivery. Browse our vendor catalogs at www.titangrouapparel.com and follow us on Instagram at Titan Group Racing. Call us at 631-859-0075 or see Artie Seskine or Devin Robinson on the track. All 8, all day. Get up, get on. The Titan Group.
Adept Technology Consulting is proud to be joining the drill team family as the exclusive IT professionals for New York State Fire Department drill teams. Adept delivers computer and technology support to fire departments, EMS agencies, businesses, villages, and libraries throughout the tri-state area. In addition to computer support and knowledge, Adept also provides IP telephone and camera solutions, as well as a variety of technology assistance packages, all with 24-hour support. No IT problem is too little or too large for Adept. For more information or to speak to an IT professional, call 631-676-1756 or head to adept-techconsulting.com. Coastal Fire Systems is the official SCBA dealer for New York State drill teams. Scott air packs, cylinders, RIT packs, refill compressor systems, gas detectors, ProTech and Dragon fire gloves, as well as the future in thermal imaging technology. Coastal is also a one-stop dealer for Petzl, Scott, CMC, and Colorado bailout systems, along with professional training to keep your members sharp and meet New York State requirements. For more information, check them out at www.coastalfiresystems.com. The instantaneous on-scene electronic personnel accountability system used by the FDNY and many other fire departments nationwide is now available from Systems Definition Incorporated or your local Motorola dealer. SDI is a well-known software application developer for FDNY and is the company behind this game-changing technology. SDI has paired with New York State fire departments, including Central Islip, to solve the challenge of accounting for members who respond after the tones go off. Keep track of your members at your next big incident with a proven solution designed with the New York State Volunteer Fire Department in mind. For more information, visit systemsdefinition.com. With over 30 years of service in the fire industry, High Tech Fire and Safety continues to be a proud sponsor of the New York State Fire Department drill teams. High Tech has been honored to serve as master distributor for Morning Pride products, including state-of-the-art bunker gear, USAR gear, EMS gear, helmets, gloves, hoods, and boots. In addition to Morning Pride gear by Honeywell, High Tech also provides quality products including Genesis extrication equipment, CMC rescue products, and Mercedes hose, providing your fire department with the highest level of support and service for all of your personal protection equipment needs. For a personalized demo or to speak to a certified sales specialist, call 631-777-5170 or visit hightechfireny.com. H2M Architects and Engineers is a full-service consulting and design firm with a dedicated team that has over 200 years of combined experience serving the emergency services industry. No one understands the needs of first responders better than fellow service members, and H2M is proud to count several of their own staff among them. Whether it's a rehabilitation project or new construction, each design considers the responder's workflow, enabling safer operations and faster response response times when it matters most. H2M is proud of their long history of client service and consistent ability to meet architectural, engineering, and environmental challenges head-on while offering a practical approach with creative results. Remember, quality response deserves quality design. For more information, please visit www.h2m.com.